Good afternoon to all of you.
Afternoon.
Um, as we sit here and try to come up with some of our agenda things, I'm just going to pass on the agenda. So let's see. Thank you again. First thing first, it's welcome. Welcome to our second meeting. Last meeting, we all discussed about it. So welcome to all of you. Thank you so much. And I would like to acknowledge each one of you for doing so great job. No, real. It's a lot of hard work. You can see that from my voice. Some of you may not have that. It's a lot of hard work, but we are here for a purpose. And I think everyone has the same purpose of making these kids' life better every day. So thank you so much. In our last meeting, we talked about the current, right? The behavior is a current. And when we're in a current, we're not supposed to go against it. It's most of the time it's wise to go with it, then turn it. In swimming lessons, right? It's the same thing with behavior. Now, what do you think about that? Maybe you all can suggest me. Is that applicable in our behavior, real life? Not going against the current. Okay, give me some.
I noticed with one of our students, we have to kind of let it fizzle out to go, so we can't, if you put any demands on when the behavior's happening, like stop, it just makes the current go higher, or whatever. So if you just kind of go alongside them and keep them safe, then it fizzles out.
What I notice when my kid is acting out, he's like, I want this. Then I soon say that, but I tell him, yeah, what do you want? Tell me. He'll say, okay, I want this car. Okay, I'll give you the car. But let's first talk about it. When do you want? But just buying the time, slowly going around, then you tell, okay, you want that car, I'm willing to give you. But make sure that you show me what you are. Are you a hawk? Are you a turtle or whatever? Or can you show me in one page work and I'll give you this car? And it works. But if you say the moment, no, I'm not going to give, naturally they're going to be escalating so fast, like we have some kids. So we're saying no, but in a different way. So I don't know if you guys like that strategy, but I read some books, and I follow that most of the time. Sometimes I have to be stern and say no, I'm not going to. Checking the temperament, which is very important. Anyway, today we'll just talk about inclusion and behavior. The goal of this program is for us to push them in, either part-time or whole-time, or how can we do that with behavior, when they're so bad behavior, aggressive behavior. So, I went to a training called Nurtured Heart. Nurtured Heart is be firm, but at the same time be compassionate. You're nurturing the heart, but at the same time be firm. And this is a beautiful training. I'm going to talk to Mr. Borson if he can give all of us training. It will be nice. For other people, it look like, what are you trying to tell you? You are telling me to be quiet and nice to these guys? Yes, we have to. Right? We can't follow the Newton's law. For every action, it has equal and opposite reaction. We can't do that in a decent system. So, how would we support these kids that are pushing in? If you have any suggestions, like do we have to go ourselves, or do we need support staff, or what should we see before we push them in? What kind of behavior do we have to see before we push them into the Gen?
Well, I guess sometimes the best approach is to do it of increments of time, build up over time, like, they go in for half an hour and see how that goes, and then gauge from there, depending on their behavior for that half hour.
Yep.
And if you can push further, then you extend that time.
Because there are some parents, once you push them for 5 hours, they do not like them to be cut short if they're not doing good. So that's a good idea, right? Push them little by little. So if they're not doing really good, we don't have to bring them back, but we could keep them and stabilize them. But if you're pushing them for 6 hours or even a full day like some kids we do, and parents don't like that. And even the kids, it's not good for them to make them feel that they're not successful. So go incremental is the best thing I think we could do.
I think in seeing if they can work independently.
Yeah.
Because in our class, there's a lot of prompting and one-on-one support, but if they go into a classroom where they don't have that, they won't be able to function.
Absolutely, and that's what we're trying to tell the independent work. So we do the same thing. I teach them and I tell them to do their work and raise your hands. So they have to do their own work, or with the friends, it's okay. Because then they both are learning. One is teaching and one is learning,
yeah.
so both are learning. And then, that's a good strategy, I think, become independent, then it's easier for them to push in. If they're always relying on prompts, then we're not really helping them, right? Now, what's your thoughts about consequences? Any?
Yeah, I feel like one thing that comes to mind is when you're giving a consequence, you should still somehow incorporate compassion. You have to make them feel like it's not like you don't hate them or something like that, that you're not angry towards them, that you have to help them realize whatever dialogue that is, help them realize like the reason for their consequence, like what behavior they did, maybe sometimes that's something you'll say after they've calmed down and they've chilled out, you have to sit there after and talk to them like, hey, so why did this happen? Why did you have to have a timeout for 5 minutes? So that's really important, and I feel like that's your moment as a staff member to have that, like, to build back that rapport that might have been lost since they're angry at you.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's like self-reflection,
Yeah.
self-regulation. That's a great thing to do that. I really like that idea. And also sometimes giving them the ownership, hey, you did this. I'm not the one who did it. And that is why that's called restorative justice. We do the same thing but in a different way. We are not going directly but going around. Sometimes it is good, sometimes it is bad, based on the behavior and the situation. So yeah, all these things seems good. We'll keep doing our meetings, our department meetings, and thank you once again for coming, and we'll keep doing this. Okay, Adriel, stop it.